Welcome to my project, Shop.Make.Play Chipper. I started off this project by considering urban sports and how they were played in the current environment. I completed my experience by going home to my childhood street and playing all the games I did while I was younger, such as football, cricket, hopscotch and tag. But one took my attention, and it was Kirby. Later in my research, it emerged that Kirby had been monetised and made into a consumer product by a few different companies. Going home reminded me of how I used to spend all my childhood either making models or playing sport, often making things to use while playing those sports. So I set myself the task of seeing if I could make useful sporting equipment out of 3D printed parts and some bits from local hardware stores that could be made anywhere by anyone. First up, I designed a cricket stump that could be clipped into a drain in an urban environment. This moved on to creating a set of spring-back cricket stumps that were created from 3D printed parts and bits that were purchased from B&Q. I completed a few different designs, testing the spring-back tension with hooks and small bungee cords, finally settling on the following design. I tested the cricket stumps at a local net session with my cricket club, where they held up very well. I then moved on to the design of the basketball hoop. The first iteration broke during testing, as can be seen here. A redesign was then completed, and the new design held up a lot better under testing. After more consideration, although the product and the hoop worked really well, I decided it did not fit into my project and what I wanted to create. So I took inspiration from part of the cricket set, where the bail sat on top of the stump and inserted into the PVC piping. I developed this idea into a multi-sport stick with threaded inserts for interchangeable heads. This process took a while to get right, as the tolerances needed to be changed to make the thread work. Eventually, after lots of testing, I had an M15 thread with a 0.15mm tolerance on each side of both the male and female threads. This got it working nicely. I used this method to create a putter and a few different angled wedges, both with push fit and threaded inserts. After testing, it was clear that the wedges were a lot more fun and required more development, and this would be where I was going to take my project forward. However, during testing, the threaded head proved to be too weak and broke on 2 different occasions around the neck of the club, as seen here. I moved forward with the push-fit club head, making some design changes to reduce the print time to just over an hour from 2.5, and changing the angle of the club face. And there, the Shop.Make.Play chipper was made. A quick trip to B&Q, where you can buy some blue electrical tape. Some 21.5mm PVC piping. And a bucket if you need one, can be purchased for all just over £4. The first step is to print the end cap and the club head from the files provided on the instructables page. Then measure your height and get the club length from the size guide on the same page. Mark up your pipe. Cut the pipe to length. Place in the end cap. Follow the instructions on how to tape up the handle. And when your club head finishes printing, place it in the opposite end of the PVC piping. And then it's time to test it out. Thank you for watching my video on my Shop.Make.Play chipper.